Hello, Taurus. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Morgan Greer Tarot. Supportive Oracle cards. You Are Clairvoyant Oracle cards by Belinda Grace. Illustrations by Elaine Marzin. Taurus. I like that for Taurus. What do we got going on? I'm kind of excited now. What do you got going on? Oh, that's good too. Okay. Okay. One more and then stop. Okay. I'm gonna cheat and just leave this face down. Okay. Okay, I'm a little bit kind of like, this looks kind of like one of those Disney readings where it might be really, really positive. So, hey, not that you don't deserve a good reading, not for nothing, but I don't know. In case it seems a little bit too sticky sweet, I don't know. It seems like it's going to go really well. Although the environments, whoever you're dealing with is going to have a hard choice, but you seem to be flying high and doing great with this. So let's get into it here. Knight of Cups, Three of Cups. This is definitely about somebody that you look out for. Somebody that, like, they might not realize it, but, like, when things look like they're going to go a little funky, you kind of show up or you start putting things in front of them. You kind of move people in the right place, kind of like, you know, so-and-so's having an issue. I think they're going to have a problem. They might need a little help. Why don't you go over there and see if you can help them? You might be doing that over to the side. Like, maybe you don't show up directly, but you're kind of like, hey, maybe you want to check on so-and-so. Or, you know, maybe you're like, oh, you know, maybe they need a little help. Maybe I'll bring them some lunch. Or sometimes you just talk to this person and it gives them enough of a boost to where they can pick themselves up and keep going. This is somebody you definitely look out for. Definitely. Somebody who's on your mind a lot with meditation. You worry about them. You do worry about them. But you, instead of like, you don't just worry and fret. You like worry and then you're like, well, let me go see what they're doing. It's kind of like that. They kind of cross your mind every now and then. You're like, oh, I don't know if they're doing well. I hope they are. Let me go find out. And you'll have other people. I'm getting, again, it seems like you're kind of like, you know, see if so-and-so's okay. You know, how is so-and-so doing? You look out for this person. I get it over and over and over again. If this reading is going to hit, it's somebody you're looking out for. Now, because you do this, this person does seem to be doing well. It's somebody you look out for. They do appreciate it. You do seem to like pick them up when they're not doing that well or they're starting to feel down or things aren't going right. You seem to show up and you're like, hey, you know what? It's not that bad. Everybody stumbles. How about we just get back up? Here's some bandages. Now just keep going. Just keep going. It's fine. You just don't give up and you'll be okay. I don't think you can fight their battles for them. I don't think you actually can. But you get them to stand back up and you're kind of like, you know, you're okay. You're not supposed to be perfect. Keep going. You got this far. Don't give up now. Keep going. Come on. And they do. This is somebody who thinks the world of you, by the way. So this is a very positive relationship. A very positive relationship. Okay. So this is what we're starting with. Now, this isn't a bad moment for you, but it is a moment of concern for you. It makes you a little uncomfortable. They're coming to this point where they're looking to make a choice. I guess for some of them, it could be an investment. I kind of feel like for a lot of them, it's like some type of relationship choice. Either something has happened in a relationship or they're starting to get into a relationship and it's not good. Something isn't good. Because I'm getting the Five of Cups with the choice. Now, it's subjective. You know what you think is right and what you think is wrong. How's that? You know how this... You're looking at the situation from the outside. You see the potential for them. You see the potential for them to make a really bad move here. This is the person you care about. They can make a really bad move here. You know, looking at it from the outside, you're like, no, this is what I really think should happen. They have the choice. That's where they are. This is your moment of it's very strong concern. Yet you're very honest with yourself. They're the ones that have to make this choice, and you seem to be right on point with it. I really feel like you get that. In the sense of, like, I could try to force my opinion. I could try to force them to do what I think they should do. I could try to, but that's not going to fix this. And if you do that now, it's going to pop up again late, and you're just like, this is not going to solve anything. Me trying to force my opinion would not work. This would not fix it, and you know that. We need this to fix. You're realizing this person has to make their own decision. You are telling them what you're seeing. But I almost feel like this goes a few different ways. It's kind of like either they're getting involved with somebody that you're like, I don't think they're really the best person. They're deciding to possibly end a relationship, and either you don't think it's a good idea, or they're thinking about going back to a relationship, and whatever it is, you're saying, well, all right, if you make this choice, this is what I think is going to happen. If you make this choice, this is what I think is going to happen. The point is, and I feel like this is what you're drilling home to them, whichever path you choose, you can't complain about your outcome because you can see clearly where this is going to go. So if you choose to leave or stay or whatever it is you're going to do, you got to realize that you're also accepting this. A lot of times when I've done readings for people, and sometimes I deal. They're in toxic relationships. All right, let's just sum it up that way, and I just basically tell them how they've been treating you. If you go back to it, you have to accept that that's not going to get better, and you have to accept that you're walking right back into that. It's like swimming in a sewage pond. When you realize you're in one, you get out of it because it's disgusting. But if you're like, it's a hot day and you're deciding you're going to get back in that, you got to realize, you have to accept that that's actually a sewage pond. Realize you're putting yourself in a sewage pond. Like, you got to accept that that's the choice you're making. And I feel like that's what you're drilling home to them. So whatever they're choosing, left or right, or again, if they're leaving, maybe they're leaving a marriage or they're considering leaving a marriage, you're like, all right, but if you do that, this is all the things that happen with that. You have to accept that's what's going to happen. If you go back to this, what's going wrong with this? Then you have to accept that these things have to be worked on. And you're just pointing that out. You got to accept what you choose. Nobody else can make this choice for you. Friendship, Ascended Masters, and the Sun card. They are actually going very deep into this conversation with you. Very deep. You've helped them many times is what I'm getting. And they're talking it out very deeply. This is what I think. This is what I feel. This is what I think's going to go. This is what I want. When the I want part comes out, I feel like you're like, yeah, I want the best for you too. But I feel like you're kind of like, let's talk about I want, and then let's look at this, what realistically can happen. Like, let's not want a beautiful kingdom in the sky that doesn't exist. Let's look at what we want. Yes, we want everything perfect. We want the perfect relationship with the perfect this and the perfect income and perfect. We want all that. Yeah, okay, that's cool. It's nice to want. How, like, we want a better relationship. Where are we going to find that? How are we going to find that? Do we really think that's going to show up? We want better finances. We want perfect finances. All right, how are we going to make that happen? Where are we going to get this money? Like, are you going to play lottery? Because that's not a solid plan. Not a solid plan. Are you going to invest differently? Are you going to invest in this and that? It's going to take some time, but you could get there. I feel like you're kind of like, all right, I hear your wants. Let's talk about realistic ways for you to get those wants. Let's do that. I don't know what that was. Maybe I don't want to know. Okay. As I keep going forward, the Sun card is here. This is going very well. Now, they have to make their choice. This card pops up. 5 of Cups. Or 5 of Pentacles. Excuse me. The Five of Cups talks about loss, but the Five of Pentacles is kind of like being left out in the cold. Yeah, on this card, you notice that there's the woman is holding this younger boy and kind of comforting him, like it's going to be all right, things are going to be all right. Whatever they choose, there's going to be, whatever they choose, it's not going to go exactly how they were hoping. They have choices they have to make, it's true. But somebody else might be making choices for them at the same time. They might not have as much flexibility as they thought they did. However they saw the situation and how it really plays out may be a little bit different. Based on what they choose, though, that's what's they're gonna choose the main part. It's just once they choose the main part, like the left or right, once they start going down that road, it's not gonna look quite look the way they thought it was gonna look, is what I'm getting. And I feel you kind of comforting them, kind of like, all right, but you know, we chose, you chose, they chose. Now we gotta own our decision, and now we gotta keep moving, and we're gonna, all right, we're just gonna keep going down this road, and we're gonna keep looking, and we're gonna look for other possibilities, and we're gonna look for ways to make our situation better. We just keep moving. We do the best with what we have. We're not down and out. We just gotta keep looking for other possibilities to make things better. And I feel like you have to give this person a pep talk, like, hey, I know it's not going exactly. You chose this road thinking this was going to be better. It's getting rough. I get that. But that's for right now. Right now, that's how it is. But look, you have better things down the road. I think you can still get your outcome. When we talked about this, I saw this as a possibility, and I still do. It's just not as easy as you thought it was going to be. You thought, like I said, you were going to have to go up a mountain. I just didn't realize it was going to be the steepest part of the mountain. Yet you will still get up this mountain. Hold on. Keep going. I know it's really rough, but you can still make it up this mountain. We knew it was going to be an incline. We didn't know it was going to be this hard. But you're making it. Keep going. You will still get where you want to go. You're kind of like the cheerleader, but it's not just a cheerleader. Not like you're rooting them on. You're reminding them. It's still here. Keep going. I know, it's harder than you thought. Keep going. They're putting in the work. You are inspiring them to keep going and putting in the work. The nature journey is very interesting here, because I feel like they kind of want to give up. There's a little bit of a need to give up, but they're not. They are putting in the effort. I also see them kind of like grasping at something that's more of a fantasy for some reason. I just feel like there's a little bit, they might be a little bit detached from reality. I'm just getting that weird feeling with that nature card. Like, I'm an intuitive reader, so the nature part isn't what I'm feeling. I just feel like somebody's kind of living in their own fantasy moment, and they're trying to believe better, or they're kind of like, yeah, I'll make it there, and everything will just snap into focus. Let them fantasize whatever they want. Don't derail them with that. It seems kind of like a little weird. There might be a weird way that they're looking at it, like, yeah, I just got to get up this steep hill, and then everything's going to be perfect. And I feel like you're going, oh, I didn't say anything about perfect. I didn't say anything about perfect. Like, you were going to have it. I said perfect was nice, but not really attainable. I think I said that. But anyway, I feel a fantasy with that. I really feel a fantasy energy with that. But it's weird because they are working towards it. But their outcome, their version of the outcome, what they think's going to happen may be a little off point. Be aware of that. I don't think you want to derail them from that at this point again. But when they finally get there, I think you might want to be ready to have the talk with them. Kind of like, no, this is good. This is kind of realistic what you're getting. And you can keep going. Like, don't give up on your dreams just because it didn't work out exactly how you thought it was going to work out. I feel like, again, you have to... it just seems like you're going to help this person through this moment. It just seems like you're constantly doing that. At the end of this reading, I feel like what they're coming in with is a lot of information here. King of Rods. What is this one? Heart and mind balance. See, this is for them. That's where they need to be. They need to get more on point. I'm feeling like there's the need to kind of... help this person see things a little differently. And because I feel like Taurus looks ahead more. like, where are we ending up? Where's our goal? Where are we trying to get to? And I feel like Taurus does that a lot. And like, the plan is based on where we want to be, where we want to go, what we want to attain. And I feel like you have to train this person a little bit, to kind of look at their life a little differently. Like, what is your end goal? How do I attain it? And how do I be realistic about that? What can I actually attain? And like, it's kind of like having realistic goals and then being like, hey, if it comes out better than that, great. But I want to look at my realistic goal, create my plan to get to that realistic goal, and then, if we can shoot a little higher, then while we're going, if it goes better than planned, let's shoot a little higher. But always have our main goal, our realistic goal in sight. I think it's time where you have to really find a way to like show them, like, we got to start looking at our goals, our plans to get to that goal, and staying on those plans to get that goal. Because the heart-mind balance with the King of Rods is like, I feel like you got to help them hone it in and how they're handling their own life. The music and movement and trust. This is somebody who has to have fun, and I feel like that's fine. That's cool. You can have fun, but fun, like if you have your plan set and you make time for the fun here and there, and you just like, I get X amount done, I have some fun. I get more X amount done, or I get Y amount done, I have more fun. I get the next letter done, I have some more fun. Like, if you kind of like show them, like, you can have fun. It doesn't have to be monotonous. You don't have to do everything, in a day. You can pace it out over a month, and you can still enjoy yourself, but still keep working towards your goal. I feel like the trust with the music and movement is like, again, more training, and kind of like, you got to stay on point, and you just got to work. Got to be more patient. Get to your goal with more time. Don't make everything, I have to have it done right now. I have to have it right now. Pace yourself out a little bit more. I really feel like you have to start really reminding this person. We have to look at our end goal and make our plan to get to our end goal. We got to be more realistic about getting there and what's going to be like getting there. Not only getting there, realistic goals, but realistically what it's going to be like taking this path. Kind of like, again, building a house in a day, that's not that's not realistic for one. And the amount of work you would have to do and resource, like, that'll drive you mad. Even if you were trying to build a house in a week, let's even do that. Trying to build a house in 1 week, that's a lot of energy. A lot of energy, a lot of help, a lot of money. Putting yourself under that type of pressure, like, you're constantly working. That's a lot. I would say, if you're going to build a house really quick, I'd say 3.5 months, 4 months. I don't even know if that's realistic, quite frankly. I'm not a carpenter. But I feel like you're kind of like, let's look at it if you stretch out your goal and how much easier that is and how you like your life a lot more. You still get your goal. You got to be more patient. Be more patient for it. You might have to like also kind of reiterate that or get that in there a little bit. Is this good? Or is there something I'm missing? This is going well. I just feel like this is a person where they're saying they're trying to identify who this person is, help you identify who this person is, and then they're kind of like helping them see life more about how you've gotten the success you have in your life and how do you plan your life, teaching them how you do that here and there, trying to push that forward more, because I feel like this is the time where it's time to start showing them that and kind of like giving them that heads up, like, if you want your life to be good, this is how I did it. So you might want to like look at your end goal, be realistic about getting it, and what it takes to get it. Are we good? All right, I think we're there. I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.